Keith Abel here, just shooting another quick blog post. Today I want to tell you about two college students. Two students that were presented with similar opportunities but chose completely different paths. The first college student, we're going to call him Joe. Joe's in his mid-20s. He's worked a lot of different jobs over the years, but just isn't real happy with any of it. Joe's wife discovers she's pregnant, and that really gets Joe to reflect on where his life's going. Joe begins looking at the newspaper job listings. Week after week, he checks the postings out to see if there's something there that really catches his eye. He notices that one particular field in particular seems to be really high in demand. And he notices that it's so much in demand that companies are offering lucrative sign-on bonuses just for joining their company and committing to work for them. So Joe decides to look into this situation further, look into the job possibilities further. And he discovers that to get this particular job, you need a degree in a very special professional field. The field is extremely competitive. You've got to pass a rigorous aptitude test, and you have to have really high grades in your first 2 years of college before you are even accepted into the program. Joe and his wife reflect on the commitment that they'll have to make. They reflect on all the hours away from each other he'd have to spend in order to get the grades he needed just to be considered to get into the program, and then all the hours it's going to take to get through the program once he's in. They look at how much it's going to cost, what it's going to take to go to full-time school to pursue the degree. They reflect on it, they pray on it, they decide to commit to it 100% and take the chance that Joe can make the grade and get accepted into the program. At the same time Joe's considering this, he answers another ad in the newspaper for a part-time opportunity. He thinks that it sounds interesting, so he's going to need a part-time job while he's in school, so he decides to go and apply for the position. Joe goes to the hotel at the designated time to meet with the company representatives, only to discover that he came to an opportunity meeting for home-based business. There was no hourly salary. The guy drew a bunch of circles on an overhead slide and described how if you share their products with your friends and family, how you can make all this money. It sounded intriguing, but Joe needed some part-time income. Besides, he didn't want to sell his friends and family soap. And besides that, when he got out of college, he'll be making the kind of money that they were talking about when they were drawing those circles in the first place. So Joe began taking out student loans and working a variety of part-time jobs, studying in his free time. 2 years later, he got into the program. He went on to graduate a few years later with $100,000 in student loan debt, got his professional license, and went to work. Joe was successful in his career. He worked his way up to manager within a couple of years after graduation. He and his wife decided that they wanted to get those student loans paid off quickly, so Joe began working overtime. He worked a lot of overtime, and within a few years, he was able to pay off those student loans. Joe continued to work 70, 80 hours per week. He and his family took nice vacations. They built a custom-designed home that they designed themselves and built themselves. He continued to work with 70 to 80 hours per week, but was starting to get tired of all the overtime. He was missing most of the scouting events with his kids. He was getting called away from his daughter's cheerleading events. And he was beginning to get really tired and run down. Also, the company that he was working for started cutting back on the money they were paying for their overtime, gradually decreasing the pay from double time for overtime down to straight time. They also cut out paying salary for the drive time to the distant locations that he was traveling to and began to only pay for the mileage to get there. Joe was working the same hours, but he's making less and less money. He and his wife began to look around at what their other opportunities were, what their options were. He had already reached his peak salary in his chosen field, and the only way to increase that salary was to begin to climb the corporate ladder. So that's what he decided to do. So Joe laid out a plan to begin the climb. He began taking on extra projects. He began to increase the revenue for his particular location by implementing his plan. His immediate supervisors noticed the increased revenue and began pushing Joe's peers to do the same thing. When they resisted, Joe began taking on those same extra projects for some of the neighboring locations and began generating extra income for those locations as well. The mid-level management began to take notice and ask Joe to teach his peers what he was doing so they can increase their revenues as well. Plans were made to implement his training program when people at the corporate level suddenly came in and let Joe go, told him his services were no longer needed. At 52 years old, after 17 years of service to the company, working 70, 80 hours per week for them, Joe found himself suddenly unemployed 3 weeks before Christmas in 2011. You see, what happened is the corporate bean counters discovered that because of the economy and because of all the new colleges that were cranking out graduates with this particular degree, that they were cranking them out so quickly that there was now a surplus of people in Joe's field. They were able to hire a new graduate with an even higher degree for $25,000 less per year than Joe was making. They also determined that because of the cost of health care insurance, it cost the company even less money to insure employees that are in their mid-20s than it did to insure employees that are in their 50s. And one of Joe's peers was actually told that his 4 weeks vacation time was costing the company too much money. Now let's take a look at the second college student. Let's call him Todd. He also was in a professional college degree program. It was the mid-90s. He had just been accepted into a graduate program, and he discovered that his wife was pregnant. Not only was she pregnant, but they were going to have triplets. Todd faced the dilemma. He knew that his wife wasn't going to be able to handle the triplets alone. He also knew he was going to have to do one of two things: quit school or quit his part-time job. Todd decided that he couldn't quit school because with triplets on the way, he knew he was going to need the income that that degree would generate. So his only option was to quit the part-time job, borrow more money to get through school, and look for a way to create some extra income from home. So Todd began researching several home business opportunities. He went to his dad for advice. His dad took a look at all the different opportunities and said that he really didn't know much about business opportunities. His dad then began to mix up a concoction that he said Todd's mom had bought from someone. He told Todd about how well his mom felt after drinking it and how he was feeling himself after drinking this concoction. And he said to Todd, if you can find a way to make some income telling people about this stuff, that you can really do well and make a decent income. So Todd thought, maybe he can make enough income to get by in school while he was going to school with the twins there, or triplets there. So while Todd joined this opportunity, he joined this home-based business program. By the time he graduated from graduate school, he had made enough money in this part-time home business to pay off all of his student loans. He continued to work his home business, and within a few years, he had become one of the top distributors in that company. His lifestyle that he has created through this home business has given Todd the flexibility to not only be there for his first 3 daughters, the triplets, but he has actually been there for the next 5 daughters that followed. Even though his work can keep him pretty busy in the evenings, he gets up with the girls every morning and makes breakfast for the girls. He has the opportunity to attend most of their practice and sporting events. He works very hard at his business, but has enough flexibility to be there for his girls. In fact, Todd's full name is Todd Smith, and he's had so much success in his home business that he was featured in Success Magazine's Success from Home edition. You may or may not have guessed, but that first person, Joe, that's me. You see, a few years ago, when I decided to try to move up the company ladder, I actually also read a book by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In that book, he discussed why it's so important to have multiple streams of income coming in. He also discussed the concept of generating a monthly residual income. That book made me look back on the present situation that I was in. It made me look back on that presentation that I saw many years earlier while in school. And at the same time, I was looking to move up the corporate ladder. I also began to explore the ideas of a home-based business. Over the next few years, I joined maybe 13 or 14 different opportunities, but I never really had any success in any of them because I was really more focused on working the overtime. Because with the overtime, I saw immediate results. I traded hours with my kids for more hours working overtime and receiving that extra income immediately. I really didn't get what the residual income was all about until I got to sit down with Dr. Wallach for the first time and spend a lot of time with him discussing it. You see, I'd already been unemployed for a year. All of our emergency fund was gone, and we were living off what I could make with the part-time temp assignments. It got so bad that in the spring of 2013, we decided to put our dream home, the home that we designed, the home that we built with our own blood, sweat, and tears. We put it up for sale. I decided then that I really needed to put forth an effort to build my home business. And by the time the fall came around, I had generated enough residual income that was coming in month after month. I generated enough residual income that we were able to take our house off the market. Around Thanksgiving, I stopped working at the business while I took some time off to be with family. I ended up not working the business actually from mid-November all the way to the end of the year. And you know what happened? I still got a check in December. Despite not working my business, I still got another check in January. Had I taken off time from my job during that same time period, would I continue to get a check? Of course not. That's why now I'm focused on showing as many people as I can what this industry has to offer. I'm committed to taking my own life to that next level and to become a professional, a network marketing professional, because as Eric Worre says, it's a stone cold fact that network marketing is a better way. I encourage you to reach out to me. Let me show you exactly what it is that I do and what it is that I've learned in the past few years. I promise you that I won't high pressure you into anything. I also promise you that if you decide to join me, I'll help you in any way that I can to teach you how to become a professional as well so that you can take your life to that next level, to have the time freedom to spend with your spouse and your kids, like Todd Smith has done. The freedom to get your debts paid off and secure your retirement so you can enjoy the things that you find most enjoyable in life. To find out more, I encourage you to go to my website, aimhighenergy.com. That's aimhighenergy.com. There's going to be a short video on there, and off to the side, or at the bottom, there's going to be a contact form on there. Fill out that contact form. It's going to take you to another short video, and it's also going to generate an email to you. The email will present some more information about the home business opportunity. Take a look at that. It'll also send me a text to let me know that you visited the website, and I'll get back in touch with you in the next day or so. And we'll have a conversation about what I'm doing and what I can do to help you achieve the dreams that you want. This isn't a lottery. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't some kind of pyramid scheme. This is a true home business opportunity, a home business where if you devote the time to it, the rewards are immense. And I encourage you to take a look at that website, fill out that contact form, talk with me. If it's not something that fits, that's okay. I'm not going to pressure you into doing anything. If it's something that does fit, then we'll work together. We'll help build that same residual income for you that I've already realized for myself. The website, again, is aimhighenergy.com.